Hello Zane gang, today I will be making you a boss build. I have been running this build for a while. If you watched my video yesterday, I did a boss rush with this build. It kills every boss extremely fast. Every single boss. I killed Wotan in about 1 minute and 20 seconds off of just going there and trying it. It wasn't something I tried 30 times. I just went there and practically did it. So it does the takedown as well. The only thing this build does not shine in is Slaughter Shaft. But that's okay. That's my insane chain Zane you should be using, or the unkillable Zane. Now this build, like I said, is purely for bosses. This is the most optimal you could probably get for boss killing. Now, if you guys have not watched my build video before, I show you some gameplay to try to persuade you to the build, and then I go through a very in-depth build. I like to talk about a lot of things. Make sure you guys know absolutely everything about the build. If you have not yet, please subscribe to the channel, and there is a link to my Discord down in the comment section. Join the Zane gang. You can talk to all of us all the time, and let's get right into this video.
Throw in the barrier.
Flak's a big meta right now. Hey, there's the 2 clip. Check that out, boys. Let's check the challengers. Oh, nice. It wasn't even positive challenges. We got sniper up. So there's nothing decreasing me here. Or decreasing or increasing my damage here. Let's try for another speed kill. Perfect, perfect. Alright. I'll probably kill the ads again just because they're really annoying. Come on. Perfect. Alright, we gotta kill out these ads. They kill me when I EP. I deal no damage with Sentinel's not out. Alright, should be good. Let's get this kill. Come on, baby. Yeah, there we go. Tyrene, perfect speed kill. Alright. We got cryo up. You wanted a hell shock with splash damage? Almost 1 mag. I got 1 mag last time. Set? No. Quit the bullying. Over here. Quit the bullying. Stop. Bye-bye. Come on, tower, tower. Dude, that did like nothing. This mag probably do a lot. There we go. What? Really? Come on, baby. There we go. That's a fast Troy kill.
Personal space. Need some.
We got critical damage down.
Witness the Agonizer 9000.
I'm shooting a fire cutsman. That would explain. I was like, what? I was so lost. Alright, Zane gang, here is the boss build for Zane on M4 with the new DLC. You saw some pretty cheesy clips there. They were pretty awesome, weren't they? They weren't rolled good either. I tried to put the rolls in there for you guys. There was no positive. Some of them even had negatives, but I think you're a little bit persuaded on it. But let's go over the boss build. This is very similar to my Insane Chain Zane. Just tweaked her just a little bit for a little bit extra DPS. So we'll go over the gear. Now, right now, I was farming Grave Ward, so I am using the Elemental Projector setup. This does change around. You mostly want to use Cutsmans for bosses. This is known knowledge. Almost every boss you can use a Cutsman on. I think Grave Ward and TAKEDOWN Jr. are the two ones that are a little different in my opinion. For Grave Ward, I like to use the Lyuda. For TAKEDOWN Jr., I like to use my EMP5. Now, I do have a God-rolled EMP5, but this is a very easy weapon to farm, and you should be unintentionally farming for it anyways. This isn't a perfect rolled one either. You might want a ×2 EMP5 with this anointment, but the anointment does help a lot. I really like this EMP5 for killing Rampager. That's the best part for this EMP5. I don't have a God-rolled shield either. There is some better shields out there I could get. I would like maybe a recharger with this anointment. A Band of Sidorak would be great. I'm gonna wait until after the Band of Sidorak glitch is fixed. There's a glitch right now where it infinitely stacks. After that glitch is fixed, I'll probably be putting Sentinel movement speed Band of Sidorak right here. But for right now, any shield with Sentinel movement speed is nice. Any anointed Cutsmans you have, I would be running. I'm using a Melter for projecting myself because I am using the Elemental Projector. I will have a link on how to farm a Melter in the comment section down below. Make sure to check out that video. You can get a level 8 to 12 Melter if you follow it. I'm using the Seen Dead class mod. There's not going to be pretty much any builds nowadays that don't use this unless it was nerfed for some reason. I don't know if it will be nerfed, but as if it was, that would be the only time you'd probably see a different class mod on Zane or until a new one is released. But for right now, I think every build's going to be running Seen Dead. It's just too hard to pass up. For my grenade, I am using a Cloning Hex with the anointment of Incinerary damage. The grenade doesn't matter here. You don't use grenades on Zane a whole lot. It doesn't matter the grenade you use. I just like the ones that give me the elemental damage. I mean, Terror is cool, but you don't want Terror for a boss build. You want some of these other ones. This one's kind of cool too on grenade thrown, but it's hard to throw grenades on Zane to get the proc. But you could maybe try to run it and hope your Sentinel throws a grenade, but I'm not using it currently. I'm using the fire. I use the cryo for Rampager, you know, corrosive for agonizer. I switch it up, but I always have this shield on when I'm running a boss build. Now for the skill tree, again, it's very similar to Insane Chain Zane, just a little tweaked. So we have the 5 and Adrenaline on the green tree. We are running Barrier with Just Charged Relay. For the Sentinel tree, I am running Bad Dose and Static Field just because those are good passives to run. You don't really want the rockets or anything. You just kind of want to buff yourself. I am running, I'll take my class mod off so you guys can see the skills. But I'm running max on every single kill skill except for Salvation. Now, there's a reason I'm only putting 1 point into Salvation. You're dealing overwhelming amount of damage. This 3% lifesteal will keep you at max health no matter what, as long as you continue to fire. There's no reason to get the 15% because 3% will keep you topped off, especially since you're farming bosses, and I do expect you to run a loaded dice. Doesn't matter what kind of loaded dice, but I expect you to run one because it will give you a little bit more legendaries in the long run. But other than that, I am running 5 on everything. Do not put anything into Good Misfortune because you do not want infinite action skills. That's what this will cause. You want your action skills to end to get your anointments. I'm running Seen Red because when you drop in that arena, you want to be fully kill skilled up to deal that most amount of damage possible. You want your reload speed, you want your movement speed, you want your damage off movement speed, everything's there. Do not put points into this skill I have learned. I did at first when I was making this build. I was like, oh, you know, weapon swap speed would be nice. So I was going to move the Salvation points into weapon swap speed. The problem is that you shoot cryo damage. So when you EP yourself, Elemental Projector yourself, you actually cryo yourself at the same time. And obviously when you're playing Zane, you don't want to get cryoed because you're going to slow down. So do not put any points into here either. Sadly, you can't. I wish you could because it would be a nice skill, but you do not want to cryo yourself. Now in the red tree, pretty basic. 5 points into synchronicity, 5 points into Donnybrook, and 3 points into this magazine skill. I'll try to say it because I butcher absolutely everything I try to pronounce. Premunitious. I have no idea. I'm sorry. I probably said it wrong. People are getting pretty triggered. It's funny. Duct tape mod. I just put 1 point in to give that little bit of chance to throw a grenade. It's not that important. You could place this elsewhere if you would like. But 5 points into Donnybrook is really important. 5 points into synchronicity is very important. That's where all your gun damage is coming from. Stacking with your extra projectile from playing dirty and fire rate. The extra mag size does help a lot to make it so you can shoot a few more shots before you reload. I would say this is probably perfectly optimized right now. I do not think you could make a higher damage build than what is going on right here. Unless you played with maybe digiclone swapping, but I don't like trying to worry about that. I'm just like throwing my sentinel and shield out and getting synchronicity there. Now, one more other thing you guys are going to be curious about. Oh, hey, what do I look for in my Seeing Dead mod? Now, I have played with a bunch of different Seeing Dead mods, and this is my favorite one I have found. It's not even only the bottom rolls I like the most. Those are really nice. That extra gun damage and the extra action skill cooldown rate, it's really nice. The one you want to be looking for, the Seeing Dead top rolls you will want to be looking for, is the most you can into Donnybrook, the red skill. And then the second most, I would say, is fire rate. You don't really want any in playing dirty. So this is nearly a perfectly rolled Seeing Dead in my preference. The only thing I would change, obviously, is that bottom shock resistance roll. I would like to see maybe SMG there or any sort of critical hit damage. But when you're looking for a Seeing Dead mod, I definitely suggest looking for a Donnybrook up one. That's going to add the most damage in. You don't want insane fire rate because that's not adding the most amount of DPS, but the fire rate is a lot better than playing dirty. Playing dirty, 75% is enough, okay? You don't need more than 75%. You can get up to 100 with enough stacked on points. It's just unnecessary. I think this skill works a little bit differently than it reads to. Someone told me like when it does proc, it procs for the all 5 shots. So like if the first shot procced that 75%, all 5 shots get the double projectile. I have not tested this yet. I've only been told, so don't go off of that. But still, 75% is good enough. You do not need more points. You're going to get more DPS out of putting up your fire rate and out of putting up Donnybrook. I do have my Guardian rank really high. I don't know why this triggers people. There's nothing I could do about it until they turn off Guardian ranks, but this build will perform very similar without having Guardian ranks. Compared to Insane Chain, it's still going to perform at a very high level without these Guardian ranks. Now, when you are going to start your Guardian rank tree, I highly suggest going for topped off first. That is always the best perk, especially for Zane mains. It'll make your skill cooldown time completely change right there. That is the build for you guys. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that thumbs up button. If you have not joined the Zane gang yet, come on, subscribe. I make tons of Zane content and I make a video nearly every single day. I will see you guys in the next one. Spikes out.